7 a.m. from Fox 35. This is Good Day Orlando.
On the Money Watch this morning, for most people, talking about saving is one of the hardest topics to ever discuss. That's mostly because people are terrible at it, and here's the proof. In 2012, the average American tucked away just 4.7% of their income per paycheck. 4.7%. Experts suggest that you need to more than double that amount, but it's not just how much, but how we're actually saving that could be hurting us as well. Joining me this morning to talk about it is certified financial planner Michelle Ogden. Michelle, always good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Okay, so you say we're saving the wrong way, and you have some tips here for us. Let's go to number one. Too many bank accounts. What do you mean by that?
Well, people use too many financial institutions, from credit cards, savings accounts, checking accounts, and they don't know at any given time how much they're spending, not to mention what they have to save.
Does it make more sense to have, and I'll just throw out a company like a U.S. Bank, all right? You have your bank account there. You just have their credit card to simplify everything. Does that make any sense?
Well, that makes sense, but you can also use websites like Mint.com that's owned by Intuit to aggregate all that information in one place.
So you pull up that website, you log in, you can see exactly where you stand.
How much cash you have across the board.
Do you like the idea of closing accounts, though, to simplify things, or you just leave them open and just put it aside?
Absolutely. Close them and simplify your life.
Be done with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, you say you're making too many decisions. What do you mean by this one?
Well, the decision to save and invest only needs to be made once, and then you automate it. You sign up with your 401k with your employer, or you set a transfer from your checking account to your savings account automatically, so you don't have to make a whole bunch of decisions.
Do you think a lot of people still do this monthly, where they're trying to figure out, okay, I'm going to do this much this month, this much next month? Do a lot of people do that?
Yeah, unfortunately, and they have to decide, well, can we afford to save this month? And it's not a decision that needs to be made more than once.
And experts say that's how we get to that, what, 4.8% of saving. Yeah. Okay, next up, you're not using your imagination. What do you mean here?
Well, in order to forego the luxuries of today, you need to see and know that what's in the future is worth it. So you need to visualize. I always say use dream boards. Pinterest is great for the tech savvy. And just, have that in your mind so you forego that, cup of coffee at Starbucks.
Well, it's delayed gratification, which it doesn't seem like none of us are very good at that anymore, are we?
No.
Wait a little bit longer. Okay, next up, you say you're going it alone. One of the problems here, just bring in a team of advisors?
Well, not just that, but if you keep your goals to yourself, you're less likely to achieve them. But if you tell your friends, you tell your colleagues, think about if you tell your colleagues you're avoiding carbs and you guys have a potluck, they're going to be razzing you. Hey, I thought you said you weren't going to do that.
That explains why Luann was so hard on me this morning with all the candy I ate yesterday. And finally, you're overthinking your investments. It doesn't have to be difficult, does it?
No, it just broadly diversify, low-cost investments, get out of the way. It's the investment's job to make the money, not yours.
All right, good stuff. Michelle Ogden, what's your website in case people will have any questions?
MichelleOgden.com.
That's simple.
Yeah.
How'd you get that name? You're
simple.
Good. That is good. All right, it is 7.